St. Nicholas Catholic Church, founded in 1870, was 20 years ahead of the St. Cloud Diocese. It was missionary priest Father Francis Pierce who would stop in Belle River to celebrate Mass and sacraments. He soon asked for help, and pioneer priest Ignatius Tomazin responded. The first Masses were held by Father Piers and Tomazin in the homes of Frank Quinn Sr. and Nicholas Botzett. 20 acres of land for the church were donated by Frank Quinn and John Clausen. The original log church was dedicated in 1871 by St. Paul Archbishop Thomas L. Grace. The log church was replaced by a wooden structure in 1883, and a rectory was built the following year. August the 8th, 1915. Sunday service was concluded as usual by the pastor, and was concluded by the sacramental benediction at noon. Trustees and pastor were the last to leave the church. All candles on altar and devotional stands were extinguished, and only the perpetual light burning. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, whilst the pastor was entertaining some friends on the new porch of the pastor house, smoke was discovered to issue from the steeple. Pastor, friends, and housekeeper rushed into the sacristy and found the table and the camper board afire, absolutely no hope to save the church building. Whilst Mr. Thomas Hebel rang the fire alarm, the pastor brought the most blessed sacrament and the precious chalices, monstrance, and best vestments into safety. People arrived and saved as much as possible, and heroic work saved the priest home from destruction. Within less than an hour, the church was transformed into a heap of ashes. The cause of the conflagration could not be ascertained, but most likely started in the charcoal base on the sacristy table. The following Sunday, services were held on the porch, people having their provisional seats in the surrounding grove. A mass meeting was announced for Sunday, August the 22nd, in order to discuss the plans and select a building committee. January 6, 1916. 2 bells, one in F sharp, weighing 1,340 pounds, and the other in E, weighing at 2,000 pounds, were ordered from the Henry Stucksteed Bell Foundry Company in St. Louis, Missouri. The bells were shipped to Carlos in February that year. The larger bell was paid for by numerous parishioners, while the smaller was paid for by Henry and Wenzel Adamson. May 30th, 1916. The cornerstone was laid and the bells were blessed by Bishop Joseph Bush. He gave a sermon in English, while Monsignor Richter gave one in German. Priests from St. Cloud, Millerville, Long Prairie, Burbank, Osakis, Browns Valley, and Holdingford were in attendance. On the eve of the dedication, priests from the surrounding towns came to Belle River. The new Gothic church was outfitted with electric illumination for the first time. October 15th, 1916. The day of the dedication was a beautiful but cold day. There was an immense concourse of people. Nearly 500 automobiles and other vehicles brought the visitors. The church, by actual count, held on that occasion over 800 people. The great majority could not gain entrance during the services. Bishop Bush preached in German and in English. June 31st, 1917. The Stations of the Cross were purchased for $900 from the European Statuary and Art Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Despite Father Steinach's request for a small Stations of the Cross, the company guaranteed us that these larger statues would be best for the size of our building. Through the years, many changes and improvements have been made to our church. Father Schritz expanded our cemetery. Father Rams redecorated and painted the interior in 1930 for $1,900. The new marble-style altar and communion railings cost $3,000. Another one of Father Ram's major projects was building a brick parish house in 1926. A pleasant and kindly priest, Father John Bushman, succeeded Father Rams in 1946. He is remembered as making many converts to the faith. Following an injury, he was hospitalized and died on August 1954. He is buried at the foot of the large cross in the parish cemetery. Father Paul Schmelzer came July 12, 1961. During his short period here, a brick garage and breezeway from the house to the garage and on to the church was built. Father Braun came June 18, 1964. Continued improvements were made, especially in landscaping. Due to ill health, Father Braun was replaced by Father Walter Bednark in July of 1974. Father Jeff Ethan put in a new metal shed, started the project on getting the windows re-leaded, was the first priest to take on 3 parishes, and installed our air conditioning. Father Leroy Shirel made improvements to the parish house and the annex to the cemetery. Father Dave Petron completed the elevator lift system. He also got the church bells ringing once again.